Hi. Today we are going to discuss about the hash functions in cryptography. So here hash function is it accepts the arbitrary length of input and it produces the fixed length of output. It can also be called as a message digest, or it can be called as a simple hash values. Let us compare hash function and MAC. Already we know about the MAC, that is message authentication code. The difference between these two is MAC function will accept the secret key. Using the secret key we compute the MAC code, message authentication code, but here we don't use a key. That is a major difference between these two, hash function and the MAC. Here the hash function is a fingerprint of any lengthy message. No key is involved and it is one way, we can say. It can be used to generate the digital signatures, and it can be extended to secure hash function. And let us compare this hashing and encryption, how it is one way. We see in the previous part here, this encryption, for encryption the original text is converted into the ciphertext. For that we use some encryption algorithm. Key is to be chosen. In the another end, the receiver gives our ciphertext with the same key. If it is applied to the decryption process, we will get back the original message, but here it is not possible to get back the original message. It is irreversible, and this is how we can say that hashing is a one way. And here it may be of any size, it is reduced and it will be of fixed size in case of a hashing. So here let us compare that how the fixed length of output can be generated. Here we have a text with a smaller size, and here we have the text with a larger size compared to this. But irrespective of the sizes of a input messages, the output will be only in the fixed form. It might be smaller or it might be larger, but the size of the fixed output will be in a fixed size. That is a property of a hash function. And the another property of a hash function is, if suppose we know for any message we apply the hash function and we generate the text y, that y is a hash value, and if y by keeping that hash value we may not be able to find the original message. That is, for given y is a hash value, any message that y is generated by this message, if we know that encrypted, this hash normally we used to encrypt in the next level, by that hash code we may not be able to find out the original message. That is the property, another property of a pre-image resistant. The next one is second pre-image resistant is, if suppose we have two messages m and m dash, if both shares the same hash value, if we know one, by keeping one hash value we may not be able to find out the another message. That is, we know the hash value h for a particular message m. Suppose the same hash value is available for another message m dash. If we want to try, if a attacker wants to find out the m dash using the same hash key, it is not possible. That is the second pre-image resistant. And third one is collision resistant. And here the collision resistant is, if suppose by keeping the hash value, if two messages we may have the same hash value, by that hash value if the attacker tries to find out both the messages m and m dash, it is not possible. So this is the collision resistant. So this pre-image resistance can be called as a one-wayness. Second pre-image resistance can be called as the weak collision, and the collision resistance can also be called as a strong collision resistant. And the next one is a secure hash function. It was developed by NIST, and a reversed version was introduced in the year of 1995, and the first is generally called as a SHA-1. There are various versions in use. Here the message, this is a secure hash function, it will produce a message digest, and the fixed size, the size of output will be generated for the particular message of size 264 with a 264 bits. 160 bits of output can be generated. Similarly, in a SHA-256, that is secure hash algorithm, in 256, in this version, if a message size is of less than 264 bits, the fixed size of output with 256 bits of messages can be generated. This comparison of various secured hash algorithm parameters are given here. The parameters here given are what will be the output, that is message digest size, what is the original message size, how the blocks will be generated, and what is the word size, number of steps involved to generate this, and the security. These various parameters are given here. The next one is a digital signature standard. It was introduced in the year 1991. Later it was revised in the year 1993. This digital signature standard make use of the hash algorithm. Later it was revised in 1996. It is expanded in 2000. Normally here they make use of the RSA algorithm, elliptic curve algorithms, various algorithms to generate this digital signature. But there is a difference between the electronic signature, whatever we put manually and we scan that, and that is called as electronic signature. There are possibilities for the forgeries. They can misuse this electronic signature, and it cannot be claimed as a proof. Legally it cannot be used, but the digital signatures can be used. The digital signature uses the various algorithm, digital signature algorithm, RSA algorithm, and elliptic curve algorithm, digital signature algorithm. Various algorithm can be used to generate the digital signatures, and the two approaches here, the pictorial representations are given here. First approach is RSA algorithm. Here the original message is applied to the hash, and the hash function can be generated to that hash value using the sender's private key. It is encrypted, then it is concatenated along with the message, then it is transmitted. Receiver gets that information, decrypt that hash value using the public key, sender's public key. Then that text is compared with the message, the original message. It is a hash function is applied, then that message and this decrypted message is compared. If both are same, then it is considered to be the authenticated one. And another way is the digital standard signature algorithm. Here we use group keys, and here one key is used that is applied to the digital signature algorithm, then with the various keys, then it is concatenated and sent here, and the receiver verifies all those keys and then comes to know the authenticity of a message. Thank you.